Hello, today my group will present on SDG number 17, Partnerships for the Goals. We are Group 81 and our members include Putri, Ku, Hannah, Darsini, Yang, and Atif. Sustainable Development Goals, or SDG, are a set of global goals adopted by the United Nations in 2015 as a call to action to end things like poverty, protect the land, and ensure that people enjoy peace and prosperity. Well, why exactly is SDG 17 so important? It's mainly down to four reasons: forming partnerships with other governments, businesses, or societies, engaging with multi-stakeholder companies and other governments and in private sectors, uh, promoting capacity building for sharing knowledge, technology, and practices among other nations, and finally invest in finance and economies of these nations. And what are the target and goals of SDG 7? Well, one target is to enhance North South, South South, and triangular regional and international cooperation for access to science, technology, and innovation, and also enhance knowledge sharing on mutually agreed terms. Another target is that it could realize timely implementation of duty free and quota free market access on a lasting basis for all least developed countries, like third world countries, consistent with the World Trade Organization's decisions, which includes ensuring preferential rules of origin applicable to imports from least developed countries are transparent and simple. And lastly, it has a target of enhancing the global partnerships for sustainable development, complemented by multi stakeholder partnerships that mobilize and share knowledge, expertise, technology, and financial resource to support the achievement of all SDG goals in other countries. And these are the main targets for SDG 17.
Hello, my name is Puchino Iman Binti Hilmi and my metric number is 151871. Today I would like to present about issue related to global partnership first. Okay, firstly, power imbalance is a significant issue in global partnerships. Larger, more developed nations often hold more influence and decision-making power, which can lead to inequities, and this imbalance can undermine the objective of the partnership and limit the effectiveness of collaborative efforts. So number two is lack of trust is a major hurdle. Historical conflicts, economic disparities, and differing political agendas can erode trust between partners. Without mutual trust, cooperation becomes more challenging and the partnership's goals may not be fully realized. So, finally, resource constraints present another significant challenge. Many partnerships involve countries with varying levels of resources, limited financial, technological, and human resources can hinder the ability of some partners to contribute effectively and creating an uneven playing field. So next is the issue related to the capacity development. I will discuss capacity building activities, which are essential for strengthening and maintaining the capabilities of states and societies. These activities focus on designing and implementing strategies to minimize the negative effects of current social, economic, and environmental challenges. By enhancing these capabilities, we can better manage and overcome the complex issues facing our communities. So next, the data of capacity building. So this chart illustrates um, the officials development assistant ODA for technical cooperation received by the lower Mekong countries from 2000 to 2017. Notably, Myanmar received a significant increase in 2013, coinciding with its economic opening. Additionally, Vietnam stands out, having received sustainably more ODA for technical corporations than the other countries. Next, we stay in data of capacity building. But this graph shows the financial assistance provided to the lower Mekong countries to strengthen their statistical capacity. We can observe that Vietnam received a significant amounts of assistance in 2007, while Myanmar showed a notable increase in 2012. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I'm Darshini Ramakrishnan. Now I'm going to talk about the impacts of SDG 17. There are several impacts of SDG 17, and the first one is enhanced collaboration. SDG 17 promotes partnerships between governments, the private sector, civil society, and other stakeholders. The second one is increased investment in developing countries. One of the key targets of SDG 17 is to encourage investment, both domestic and foreign, in developing countries. The third impact is technology transfer and innovation. By fostering international cooperation in science, technology, and innovation, SDG 17 facilitates the transfer of knowledge and expertise to developing countries. Next, the causes of SDG 17. There are several causes of SDG 17. The first one is lack of resources. Many developing countries face resources constraints, including financial, technological, and human resources. SDG 17 aims to address this gap by promoting resource mobilization and cooperation between countries and stakeholders. The second one is inequality and marginalization. Disparities in wealth, access to resources, and opportunities perpetuate poverty and marginalization, undermining efforts to achieve sustainable development. The third one is global challenges. SDG 17 recognizes the interconnected nature of these challenges and calls for enhanced cooperation and solidarity at the global level to address them effectively. However, to achieve this SDG 17, there are some challenges, and the first is indicate funding. One of the major hurdles to achieving SDG 17 is the insufficient funding for development projects and initiatives, particularly in developing countries. The second one, inequality in partnerships. Global partnerships often suffer from unequal power dynamics and limited participation from marginalized communities and developing countries. The third challenge to achieve SDG 17 is geopolitical tensions. Political conflicts, trade disputes, and geopolitical tensions can undermine cooperation and hinder progress toward achieving sustainable development goals. The fourth one is lack of coordination. Effective implementation of SDG 17 requires coordination and cooperation among diverse stakeholders, including governments, the private sector, civil society, and the international organizations. Next challenge is capacity constraints. Many developing countries lack of institutional capacity, technical expertise, and resources needed to effectively engage in global partnerships for sustainable development. The sixth challenge is data gaps and monitoring challenges. Monitoring progress towards SDG 17 and other sustainable development goals relies on timely and accurate data. Seventh one is climate change and environmental degradation. Climate change and environment degradation pose significant threats to sustainable development and require urgent action at the global level. The eighth one is private sector engagement. While the private sector plays a crucial role in driving economic growth and innovation, engaging businesses in sustainable development efforts can be challenging.
Hi, I'm Nurhanna binti Muhammad Fadil, metric number 159106. Now let's proceed to my part, which is actions that can be taken to maintain sustainability. One of the main reasons that prevents us from reaching the 17th goal is the lack of international investment, support, and partnerships between countries. This may be due to a number of factors such as political relations and stability, and economic considerations, infrastructure and development, and market size and potential, and last but not least, cultural and social factors. So, in order to overcome the main problem, here are the actions that can be taken to maintain sustainability to achieve the 17th goal. One of the actions is by supporting a Goal 17 charity. Any donation can make a difference, whether it be big or small. Goal 17 charities advocate for policies that promote sustainable development and raise awareness about the importance of global partnerships. Donations can also help fund advocacy campaigns, public outreach efforts, and educational initiatives to amplify the message of collaborations for sustainable change. Moving on, we should also support exports between countries by purchasing products from developing countries. Supporting exports from developing countries contributes to balancing a global trade flow. It also strengthens economic ties between nations, promotes fair trade practices, and fosters mutual trust and cooperation in international trade relations. Other than that, it's the collaborations between stakeholders. We should encourage partnerships between government and different organizations. Collaboration fosters the exchange of knowledge, best practices, and expertise across sectors and borders. Government can also learn from the experience of other countries and leverage innovative solutions developed by private sector companies and non-governmental organizations. Moving on, here are examples of partnerships and collaborations done in Malaysia, which are the Malaysian-Spain Innovating Program, MYSYP, the Malaysian-Japan Economic Partnership Agreement, MGEPA, and the United Nations Development Program, UNDP. In conclusion, building strong multiple partnerships ensures continuity in efforts to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals and create a lasting positive impact on Malaysian society and the environment, thus guaranteeing a more promising future to come. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next is about what actions to improve SDG 17. The first one is enhancing international cooperation, which is to encourage countries to address common challenges such as climate change and inequality. The second one is about encouraging multi-stakeholder partnership, where to leverage their respective expertise and resources toward achieving the SDGs. And the third one is about addressing systemic barriers. This was to identify and address any barriers that hinder effective global partnership for sustainable development, such as corruption and the power of dynamics. Okay, next is about what things we as a student can do to align with SDG 17. The first one is engage in student-led initiative. For example, like when they join the club, society, or any project that promote collaboration between student, academic institution, and other stakeholders to address sustainability challenges. Second one is about participate in cross-sectoral collaboration. This so they can partner with students from diverse backgrounds, faculties, and departments to leverage different perspectives and expertise in addressing complex global issues. The third one is to advocate for partnership and sustainable practice. This to encourage any university or school to prioritize partnership for sustainable development in their policies, program, and initiative. Okay, for the next part is about how can we achieve SDG 17. Based on individual, they can do reducing waste, conserving energy, and eco-friendly products. And for the society part, any NGO, community group, they can mobilize resources and advocate for policy that support sustainable development. The third one is policy and legislation. This so can such as regulation on emission waste management and sustainable land use. Okay, next we are going to talk about SDG 17 international initiative. The first one is reducing fuel consumption with artificial intelligence. It was an innovative partnership between two companies, Hitachi and Sterling, to minimizing the environmental impact of sea freight. The second one is the global partnership for sustainable data. This to strengthen the inclusivity, trust, and innovation in the way that data is used to address the world's sustainable development efforts. Okay, the third one is about 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. This guided by the outcome of United Nations that about the three pillars of sustainable development, social, economic, and environmental. The next one is about enhanced North-South, South-South, and any international cooperation on access to science, technology, and innovation. This to enhance knowledge sharing on mutually agreed terms. And and the last one is about trade and sustainable development is addressed in Chapter 2 of Agenda 21 and in Chapter V and Chapter X of the Johannesburg Plan of Implementation. There are 3 points that under this issue initiative.
Next, let's dive into some practical steps we can take to integrate sustainable practices into our work culture. First, we need to ensure that our office is equipped with the necessary resources and infrastructure to support sustainable practices. This means by setting up recycling stations, providing reusable kitchenware, and ensuring energy efficient appliances are in place. Our goal is to make sustainable choices easy and accessible for everyone.
Next, let's focus on creating a green energy office. Replace traditional bulbs with energy efficient LED lights. Utilize natural daylight by positioning workstations near a window. Configure computers, monitors, and other electronic devices to enter sleep mode or shut down automatically when not in use. These small changes can lead to significant energy savings. Moving on, one of the easiest way to be more sustainable is to go paperless. Minimize paper usage by transitioning to digital document management system, electronic signatures, and online collaboration tools. We should encourage employees to opt for digital communication and documentation whenever possible. This not only saves trees, but also reduce clutter and increase efficiency. We should also encourage telecommuting and flexible work arrangement because it can significantly reduce our carbon footprint. Embrace remote work and flexible schedules to reduce the need for commuting. This helps lower carbon emission and promotes a better work-life balance. Studies also have shown that employees are often more productive and happier with flexible work options. Lastly, for those who need to commute, let's make it as sustainable as possible by promoting sustainable commuting options. We should encourage employees to use eco-friendly modes of transportation, such as cycling, carpooling, or using public transit. We should also offer incentives or subsidies for using sustainable commuting options. By making it easier and more rewarding to choose green transportation, we can make a big impact.
And that's all from us on SDG 17 Partnerships for the Goals. And thank you for taking the time to listen to our presentation.